the word Grand Prix tournament. It's just a tournament. It's a straight line bracket. The same way that the NCAA does it, the same way the Olympic Games does it, the same way the NFL or the NBA does it. You take a tournament, you put all the contestants in there, and then you let them figure it out. Whoever advances, advances. I'm going to start Saturday with Rampage Jackson. We are in a quarterfinal. The winner will advance to the semifinal. And whoever's left standing at the end of this thing, which is going to take about 12 months to get through it, they're going to put the belt around.
And why do you think that MMA fans find, hardcore MMA films from back in the day just really love the whole idea of the tournament? Can you talk a little bit about that?
I'll use myself as an example. I prefer the tournament. I prefer it because that's how this whole thing started. It started with tournaments, and it was all done in one night. It was a little bit different. The competition wasn't near as good, and the matches were about 60 seconds long, so a guy could walk out there 2 or 3 times. Now the competition's really good, and the matches are 15 minutes long, and so you got to spread it out a little bit. But people just understand tournaments. One thing about our sport, and I just mean combat, boxing's guilty of it too, but we lack a competitive architecture. We really just go on the mandate of the masses. Whoever can draw the most money, that's who the promoters are going to like. There's a lot of politics involved, and that's fine. But other sports don't have to do that. They come from a more competitive standpoint, where the best guy is left standing at the end of the day because they have a tournament.
Now, you talked about that yesterday, a little bit about this entertainment era. Does it bother you a little bit that it's going that way, or are you kind of just embracing it and going with the times?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. I just think that it's important that you recognize it. I think it's important that you understand, the punches and kicks aren't enough. The punches and kicks have never been enough. I used to do it back in that time, fighting with the same guys doing the same thing. It was just nobody was watching. There has to be a story, there has to be a reason. There's so many fighters that don't understand that concept, and there's nothing more I can do. I can tell them over and over, and I can headline the card while they all jerk the curtain for me, and I can do it over and over again, and they can resent it, or they can come along for the ride. But this is the time that we're in, and it'll change again. I came through the competition era. Now we're in the entertainment era. It can go back again, but when it goes, you need to be proactive, be a visionary, see it, and come along for the ride.
Do you incorporate that at all with the show events?
The who?
With Submission Underground?
Oh, with the SUG?
When you're thinking about putting a card together, that comes into play.
Yeah, definitely. We're looking for matches that people want to see, and whether that comes through because the guy's a character, or if it comes through because the guy has incredible skills. I've got a job as a promoter too. But guy's got a little bit of something, I need to throw some gasoline on it. That's where the promotion comes, and you got to tell the story and build it up. But largely, it is up to the athlete. The promoters can give us opportunities, including this one right here talking to you. This is an opportunity. If somebody's going to miss it, or they're going to take it and run with it. And I see some fighters that don't really seem to understand what we're doing here. The punches and kicks aren't enough, and it never was. And if you were to back it up and look at boxing, none of the stars of boxing in the history of boxing didn't come with some character and some flair, because the punches aren't enough.
Now, Rampage mentioned yesterday, Mr. Rob, he kind of threw the R word, retirement, out a few times. Do you want...
He's thinking about retiring?
He said that, when he wins the belt, he only has a few more fights left.
Really?
So that was something he mentioned. What do you think about that comment made? And, if you are the winner of this and win the title, do you plan on defending it a few times? Is that going through your mind at all?
Yeah, it's a trick question, because here's what I don't like. I never like it when somebody's contract's about up and they start saying that in the media, when what they're really trying to do is to negotiate with the bosses. I would not renegotiate, and I would not ask for more money. Make that clear. Everybody's got an expiration date. I'm a traditionalist, and I have my own code that I live life by, and that I live my career in this sport by. But one of them is, you always pass the torch. And I do not think it's right when somebody goes out on top. And even though one guy in MMA has done it, his name's George St. Pierre, he gave everybody an opportunity to beat him. He gave some guys 2 opportunities to beat him. He changed weight class. He gave some guys 3 opportunities to beat him. So George gets a pass, but everybody else should go out the same way, which is face down and embarrassed.
And one last question, since it's anyway. I feel like when I was trying to research Boca Guilherme, it was hard because of all of the Demi Lovato stuff that people have pumped out on the internet. I know he's a close friend of yours who brought you up yesterday. What can you say about him, just to get fans excited and have some more information on him and his fighting technique?
Oh, Bamba's the best. Bamba's the best. Not only is he a handsome guy, he's a bilingual guy. He came through the Ultimate Fighter, which is very hard to do. He ends up in LA with absolutely nothing. starts over, makes it all the way to the top, became an incredible trainer, but he's just a really great friend. He's a loyal person that you can count. He won 2 world championships in jiu-jitsu. He's won every fight in Bellator -1, and he works hard. He's got big goals, big dreams. He doesn't complain about anything. Doesn't matter how early he has to wake up or how late he's got to go to bed. He's pursuing his dream and his goal, man. I love the guy. I love him.
Thank you so much for your time.
Cool. Pleasure. Yeah, real pleasure.